requires less space, or what we call it as memory, and easy to compute. So there is a huge reduction in the human effort with the advent of PCs in the modern world. So these are the advantages of Weber's, and these are the properties of Weber's matrix, which you are supposed to know. And now we have discussed few problems on Weber's matrix in the last class. I will have a quick review on the problems. One, two, three, and 4. And I am taking the admittances. So let us suppose these are the admittances which are directly given for you in per unit. So Weber's will be n by n matrix. Here n is nothing but the number of buses. So it is 4 by 4 matrix. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we will start with the principal diagonal element y11, which is the summation of all. So at this first, what number of elements? There are 3 elements, which are the summation of all these 3 elements. So it will be somewhere around J1.2. At bus number 2, the summation is going to be J0.4. At bus number 3, the summation of elements is J0.3. And at bus number 4, it is going to be J1.1. And coming to off diagonal elements, since it is a symmetric matrix, if we fill these things, then we can write down these things very easily. So I'm going to fill the upper part of your Weber's matrix. Now, coming to Y12, this 1, 2 elements. So summation of all the elements which are connected between 1 and 2 with a negative. So between 1 and 2, how many elements are there? There are 2 elements, 2 admittances. There are 2 admittances, Y121 and Y122. Since both are in parallel, admittances, if they are connected in parallel, we can directly add them. So I am just adding these two. It is J0.9, and off diagonal elements generally hold a negation. So minus J0.9. This is what we have discussed in our last class. And Y13, it is 1 is not connected to 3, so its value will be 0. Y1.
Sir, between 1 and 2, there is only 1, sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, it is minus J0.3 and it is minus J0.9. Okay. This is between 1 and 4, J0.9 minus J0.9. This is between 1 and 2. Hello? Hello, sir. 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 First. Right. Right. So the next one is I am filling only the upper half element. So first row is done. Second row is 2, 3 elements. This 2, 4 elements between 2 and 3. I do have only one element, J0.1. It is minus J0.1. And 2, 4. I don't have any direct connection between 2 and 4, so I'll leave it as 0. And next is J34. J0.2 minus. So once I have obtained these values, so now I'll simply replicate these values now. So it looks very simple in computing these values, isn't it? A very simple, easy method for computing the Y-bus matrix with the help of direct inspection method. Now, we will move to the next level. We will move to a little bit complex problem. I hope you have understood this Y-bus computation. Are you okay with these problems? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Now, we will move to a little bit complex problems now. And once we solve more, and this particular 1 hour is completely dedicated to tutorials, completely problems on Y-bus matrix. We will discuss all the gate problems which have been asked so far on Y-bus matrix. I hope everybody is having their own calculus.
Yes, sir.
And moving to level number 3. Now, line data is being given to you, and 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 1 to 2. Let us suppose they have mentioned for you like this. They have mentioned in another column, which is generally called as a line charging element. So if this is the case, how to modify your diagram and how to obtain the Y-bus matrix. Now this is your bus 1, bus number 2, and bus number 3. And this is the data which has been given for you. Between 1 and 2, it is going to be J0.4. Between 2 and 3, it is going to be J0.2. And it is J0.3. Now there is another element. What they have mentioned is this line is having a line charging admittance of J0.05. So how to mention this one in your figure? Line charging admittances are generally represented as two halves at the two ends of the transmission line. So this is the end of this transmission line for this 2, 3. I am dividing it into two halves. This is how you are going to represent your line charging admittances if they are given for you. So now I am dividing it into two halves and joining it to the two buses to which this line is connected. Do remember this one. In gate problems, you will be asked to include this line charging admittances also. If they already give you in the format of YPQ by 2, if they already have it, then you can directly add this particular value to the two buses to which your element is connected. If they don't give it as a half, you need to divide it into two halves and you are supposed to connect it. Now we will see what is the change in Y-bus now. Now Y-bus. Now what is Y-bus now? What is Y11? Y11 now it has 3 elements. Earlier there were only 2 elements. Now because of this, 1 minute. It is between 2 and 3. So now is it okay? 2 to 3. It is connected between 2 and 3. So I am connecting this line charging admittances to the two buses to which this line is connected, 2 and 3. Now you see here Y-bus. What is Y-bus now? J0.7. Here it is J0.65. And this is J0.75. 5, 5, and the off diagonal element. Off diagonal element minus 0.4. Between 2 and 3, it is minus 0.2, and it is minus 0.2. Have you understood now? How to include the line charging admittances into your Y? Line charging admittances are to be included at the two buses to which your line is connected. Okay. So with this, your Y bus is modified. Now, there was a question asked in CS Transport 2017. I have included in your assignment also. Now, they have asked a very typical question. How can the principal diagonal element be strengthened in Y bus manner? How can you strengthen the principal diagonal elements? Better, these are not series elements. These, if you carefully see, these are shunt elements. Most probably, line charging admittances are shunt elements. You might have heard in your PS2, shunt capacitance to ground, shunt reactances to ground. These are nothing but your line charging admittances. Now, how can the principal diagonal elements be strengthened? By adding shunt elements. If you add shunt elements or line charging admittances, then automatically what is happening? Their elements are boosted. Isn't it? On the other hand, do remember this point, line charging admittances are effective. A, principal diagonal element, B, off diagonal element, C, both, C, none of them. You give me the answer first. Line charging admittances are going to affect which element? Principal diagonal element or off diagonal element or both of these or none of them? Can anybody?
Principal diagonal element.
That is a simple answer. So like this, your questions will be there in your competitive examination. Don't think that they will be directly asking questions, they will be directly giving this line data and they will be asking you to compute the Y bus. They will be asking typical questions like this. A little bit twisted questions on theory itself. Now we will go ahead and solving the problems on Y bus. I hope you are having your CSOC book and also the small calculus. Yeah. Grade 2017. I have got a question for you. In grade 2017, it was asked for 1 mark. A 3-bus power system is shown. No. I hope you are able to see the problem. Are you able to see the problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's start doing the problem. So this is a simple power system, and they have mentioned that they have given the diagonal elements, principal diagonal elements, and they want to determine the values of P, Q, and R. Can I know how many of you are doing the problem? Can you raise your hand? Have you completed it? What is the answer? What is the answer, kids? We do have lots of problems to do. What is the answer? Anybody?
Sir, P is -5, Q is -10, and R is -2, sir.
How many of you have got this answer, Sam? Anyone in the class?
Yes, sir, I got this same answer.
So now we will have a quick look on how to solve this problem. So after seeing the problem, can anybody tell me what is the y1 matrix? Y11, it is summation of these two elements, so it will be j q plus r, and at second one it will be j p plus q, and at third one it will be j p plus r. Isn't it? So these elements are already given for you, which means that q plus r is equal to minus 12, p plus q is equal to minus 15, and p plus r is equal to minus 7. Solving these two, what is the value of p?
-5, sir.
P is equal to minus 5, and q is equal to, what is q?
-10,
Very good. And r is equal to?
-2.
So if they may ask you, what is y21? What is y21, beta? Y21 is nothing but the negation of the element between 1 and 2. So 1 and 2, this is the element. Q, already you got it as minus 10. So it is minus j10. So negation of this element, so it will be j10. So like this, you are supposed to solve the problem. Okay? Now, we will move ahead with the next problem. Class. Okay. Okay. I'll come. And there was another problem in GATE 2017, paper B in afternoon session. Now, it says that it is a little bit complex problem. It was asked for 2 marks, and you know that 2 mark problems will be a little bit complex problem. But I hope you people will be trying. This is the problem which was asked in your GATE 2017 for 2 months. Shall I explain the problem now? Now read the problem and I will start explaining it. A y-bus is already given for you. There is a transmission line connected between buses 1 and 3 as shown in the figure. If the line is removed, what is the new value of y3? Checking the problem. Seeing the problem itself, it seems to be a 5-line problem. So most of the students have left it. But literally it is a very simple problem. Is anybody trying? Shall we do it? Any response from your side? No. I'll show you. I'll make the problem simpler for you. He says that this is a Weber's matrix, isn't it? Now we will try to have a small, assuming that there is a 3-bus matrix. We will take it as a simplest form. We will take it as a simplest assumption. 1, 2, and 3. After seeing this one, can anybody say me what is the approximate value between 1 and 2? This is J20 which is given. So automatically what will be this value? Minus J20, isn't it? Am I right? Apart from this, 1, 3, it is also minus J20. And 2, 3 also minus J20. But summation of these two is minus J40, which is not this value, which means that there is something else at all these buses. There is something else at all these buses, which means that all these lines are having line charging admittance. Is it? Will you agree with me? Is my voice audible for you at least?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Have you understood till now? Just, I have tried to represent the off-diagonal element, but after writing off-diagonal elements, I came to the conclusion that the summation of these two elements is minus J40, which is not this one, which means that there is some other element which is present here for all the transmission lines, because I am getting a problem with all the transmission lines. Apart from this, there is another data which is given from this transmission line. So this is a transmission line, which is of this format, and it says that this is the reactance of the transmission line, and these two are the line charging admittance, which means that the line between 2 to 3 is having a self-admittance of, what is the self-admittance? But he has given reactance, isn't it? What is the self-admittance? 1 by X. X na? So it will be J. So what is 1 by J 0.05? Can somebody? Can somebody tell me what is 1 by J 0.05?
20.
Minus J20.
Minus J20. And these two will be the line charging admittances. Already they are half and adjusted on the two sides. Line charging admittances, they are J 0.05, which means that the line between 2 and 3 is of minus J20, and the line charging admittances, it is having its own line charging admittances. And these values are J 0.05, J 0.05. Now I have got information on this. Now I will check it whether my Y33 is satisfied or not. Is Y33 satisfied with this one? Minus J20 minus J20 is minus J40. Additionally plus J0.05. Am I getting this value? No, I am not getting this value, which means that this line also is having a line charging admittances and its value is similarly. I'll check now Y11. Is it satisfied? Not satisfied, which means that this line is also having line charging admittance. Now you check now. Now you check the figure. Is it satisfied now? Is the Y bus correctly fitted for this diagram? Is it okay now? You can check it now. What is Y11 now? Minus J40 plus J0.05 plus J0.05. Okay, fine, it is satisfied. But this one, okay, fine, satisfied. This is also satisfied. Y12 satisfied. Y21 satisfied. So which means that the original diagram was this. This was the original diagram for this Y bus. Understood now? Now, what he is asking us, if the line is removed, what is the new value of Y33? Now, what he is asking us to remove this line of between 1 and 3. Between 1 and 3, he is asking us to remove the line. Okay, this is 1 and 3. Okay, fine. I thought it was 2 and 3. Okay, fine. Between 2 and 3, let us suppose if it is removed. If I remove this line along with its line charging admittances, what is the value of Y33 now? Can anybody? I'll remove this entire line between 2 and 3 along with its line charging admittances. This is completely removed. Now what is the Y33 now? How many elements it has? It has only 2 elements, isn't it? One is minus J20, the other one is J0.05. So what is the value now? What is the value of Y33?
0.95.
Minus J19.95. This was asked for 2 marks in your GATE 2017 afternoon. How much time will it take for you? It takes hardly 5 minutes for you. Even if you are a very fresher, it takes hardly 5 minutes for you. And if you can solve problems like this from all of your courses, it will take approximately 4 minutes to solve 20 problems on this thing. You will surely get 22s or 40. You can easily qualify for the GATE examination. I still wonder why most of the students are not able to qualify for the examination. You choose sure short questions like this, even though it takes 5 minutes time for you. Take time, try to solve these problems. They may look difficult, but if you keep time, if you try to solve these problems daily, then automatically you will get the skill to solve these problems. Okay? Now, how many of you have not understood this problem? $98 not understood? 80 not understood? So these guys have not understood. So I'll problem for you. One that takes 2 minutes of time. Others, please be patient. We'll solve 2 more problems and we'll close it. Yeah. So this is the problem which has been given for you. A Y bus is already given for you. And by seeing the Y bus itself, we can say that it is a 3 bus system. So I am drawing a 3 bus system. 1, 2, and 3. This is a rough estimation. Since all the elements are present, I have just drawn like this. If there were any zeros, I would have omitted these lines. Okay. So the simplest format of 1, 2, and 3 T-bus system. And he says that there is a transmission line connected between 2 and 3 of this format, and he wants to remove this transmission line, and he wants to recalculate the bypass. So first of all, I am trying to build the diagram of this one. I am trying to build the diagram of this bypass. So for this bypass, I primarily depend upon the off-diagonal element between 1 and 2, J20. So it will be minus J20. Appude meeku akkada J20 vastundra. And between 1 and 3, it is also minus J20. Between minus J20. So principal diagonal elements etlundalra ivanni sum chesthe adi raavali, but ravatledu, which means that there is something else. Anni దగ్గర అదే ప్రాబ్లం. ప్రతి బస్ దగ్గర నాకు చూస్తేనేమో మైనస్ J40 వస్తుంది, but it is not minus J40, which means that there is some other element which I am missing, and it will be line charging admittance, as we discussed in the last problem. So having said that, it has given me one more information, that each of the transmission, and particularly this transmission line, the transmission line is connected between 2 and 3 of this format. Now after seeing this transmission line, what information I can gather? This is a pi representation of a transmission line, and it is having a self-reactance X. It is J0.5 per unit. So if I write it as impedance, J0.05, but I am doing Y-bus problem, so I am converting it into Y-bus, so it is minus J20, and it is having two line charging admittances, which are already halved and connected on both sides. So it means that line between 2 and 3 is shown in this figure, and the representation actually is enough. ఎందుకంటే ఇది లైన్ ఛార్జింగ్ రియాక్టెన్స్ అన్నాడు, దానిని అడ్మిటెన్స్ లోకి మార్చుకున్నాను. ఇవి ఆల్రెడీ లైన్ ఛార్జింగ్ అడ్మిటెన్సెస్ and values లాగా కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకున్నాను. So now, which means that line between 2 and 3 is having a self reactance of minus J20, and it is having line charging admittances on both ends, J0.05 and J0.05. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి క్రాస్ చెక్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఈ ప్రాబ్లం దీనికి సెట్ అయిందా లేదా? 1 దగ్గర సెట్ అయిందా? కాలేదు. 3 దగ్గర సెట్ అయిందా? ఎందుకంటే అన్నింటిని జాయిన్ చేస్తే నాకు ఏమొస్తుందా? మైనస్ J40. నాకు ఎంత వస్తుంది? మైనస్ J39.95 వస్తుంది. బట్ వాడెంత అడిగాడు? 39.9, which means that I am missing some more, isn't it? So I will presume that there is some other value here. ఎంత కావాలి ఇక్కడ నాకు? J0.05 వేస్తే నాకు ఇప్పుడు వాల్యూ మొత్తం సెట్ అయిపోతుంది. అవునా? ఎంత సెట్ అవుతుందిరా? నౌ minus J13.9. So now I feel that here there might be J0.05. So ఇది ఇక్కడ ఉందంటే ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇక్కడ టాలీ అయిందా? J13.9 టాలీ అవ్వలేదు. దీనికి ఇంకొక J0.05. So now I feel that all the transmission lines are very similar, and each is having similar line charging admittances. So I feel that this is the problem. Okay. Now you can verify it now. What is the summation of all these elements here now at bus 3? It is J39.9 minus J39.9, satisfied. Here at bus number 2, minus J39.9, it is satisfied. Bus number 1, minus J39.9, it is satisfied. Now we move forward. If the line is removed between 2 and 3, he wants to remove this line. If line is to be removed, it is self admittance, and also line charging admittances will be removed. So he wants the figure right now, like this. If this is the case, what is the new value of Y33? What is the new value of Y33? At third bus, I do have only two elements, minus J20 plus J 0.0. So its value is minus J 19.9. And if he asks me what is Y23, what is Y23? Is there any element between Y23? No. It is 0. If he asks me what is Y11, Y11, summation of all these elements, I will get minus J 39.9. Like. Got it? No. So I am moving on to the next problem. Now, one more question which was asked in TF stands for 2018. Let's see. There was a figure given. What is the first row of Y bus? This is the problem which has been given for you. Tell somebody. So it is a 3-bus system, isn't it? Already everything is in admittance system. So no need to go with inverse or something else. 3-bus system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9. So what is Y11? What is Y11?
20 minus J.
20 minus J.
Yes, very simple. What is Y12? Minus 10 plus J.
10 minus
It is last one minus 10 plus J. Very simple thing. Very simple. He has given multiple choice. So this is the first row of your Y1. Now we will see one more easy problem. It was a one more question which was asked in GATE 2019.
Sir, in the first problem, that the values of PQ are given in reactances, the per unit value of PQR.
Actually, they have no. They are. I hardly remember. I'll get back to you shortly. Okay.
Okay.
I think it is there in their assignment. Let me check 1 minute.
So actually, I'm getting the values as 0.2, 0.1, and 0.5.
0.2, 0.1, and 0.5.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Point
Because
to
I
point
think, yeah, because I think I have asked you the reactances of the transmission line, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The per unit values of
After getting the values
reactants.
of PQR, you are supposed to inverse them to get the reactance.
Okay. Okay, sir.
I think I have asked for admittances or reactances. If reactances are asked, then you are supposed to go with the reciprocals better. Have I asked for reactances in that problem?
Yes, sir. Reactances, sir.
Okay, then it was my mistake. Okay. Now we will move on to the next problem. The last problem is possible today. A very simple problem on GATE 2019, and it says that the Y-bus matrix of a two-bus power system. Let me write. The Y-bus matrix of a two-bus power system having two identical parallel lines, connected between them in per unit is given as minus J8, J20 minus. Yeah. This was asked in GATE 2019. Now it's time for you to solve the problem on your own. One last time. How many of you are doing the problem? Can you raise your hand? The job of an engineer is not to solve the problems. The job of an engineer is to use his imagination and rebuild the things. Come on, you are all high-level expert engineers now for me. Try to build the figure. Two-bus power system having two identical parallel lines. This is bus number 1, this is bus number 2. There are two identical lines. And based upon that, you start building the figure. We will rely upon the shunt admittances, okay? For those who have not understood, let's see how to build the problem again. We will rely on the shunt admittance. ఇక్కడ J20 ఉందంటే ఇక్కడ మైనస్ J20 ఉందని అర్థం. అప్పుడే దీని నెగేషన్ ఇక్కడ రాదు. ఆఫ్ డయాగనల్ ఎలిమెంట్ కదా. సో ఇక్కడ మైనస్ J20 ఉందంటే రెండు ఐడెంటికల్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లైన్స్ అంటుంది. ప్యారలల్. సో రెండింటిని అడిషన్ చేస్తుంటే మైనస్ J20 వచ్చింది. అంటే దీని వాల్యూ మైనస్ J10, దీని వాల్యూ మైనస్ J10. అప్పుడే రెండింటిని మైనస్ J20 అయ్యి ఓవరాల్గా యూ విల్ గెట్ J10. విల్ యూ అగ్రీ విత్ దిస్? ఫైన్. మరి ఇక్కడ నేను చెక్ చేసుకుంటే ప్రిన్సిపల్ డయాగ్నల్ దగ్గర y2 ఎంత రావాలిరా? రెండింటిని సమ్మేషన్ చేస్తే మైనస్ J20. నాకు వచ్చిందా? రాలేదు. which means that there are some shunt admittances again. దీనికి షంట్ అంటే దీనికి ఉండండి, ఈ లైన్కి ఉండి ఉంటుంది, రెండు సిమిలర్ అన్నాడు కదా, సో దీనికి ఉండండి, ఈ రెండు ఈక్వల్ అయింది ఎందుకంటే సిమిలర్ అన్నాడు కదా. సో మొత్తానికి 4 ఈక్వలే ఉంటాయండి. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ వాల్యూ ఎంత ఉండండి చెప్పండి, ఎంత ఉండింటే ఈ రెండు వాల్యూస్ నాకు ఇది -8 ఎంత అన్నాడు. ఈ 4ని కలిపితే నాకు ఇప్పుడు -8. సో ఈ రెండు ఎంత ఉండండి, ఈ రెండు ఈక్వల్ అవుతాయి. హౌ మచ్? ఎంత నన్ను పిల్లలు
J6.
So its value is going to be high. Simple logic. So this is reconstructing the video. Have you understood that? ఇప్పుడు చూడండి y11 4ని కలిపితే j8 వచ్చిందా -8. Satisfied. This one is also minus. So this is the way how we are reconstructing the figure. Now reconstruction has been done. What is asking me? Determine the magnitude of series reactance of each line. Now this is the series reactance of each line. This is in admittance form. This is your admittance. This is the series admittance. What is asking you? He is asking you to obtain the reactance of this transmission. So which means that I do have the series admittance as -j10. So series impedance వచ్చేసి 1/-j10 j0.1. దీంట్లో ఇమాజినరీ పార్ట్ మాత్రమే కావాలి కదా రియాక్టెన్స్ అంటే. సో ఇట్స్ వాల్యూ 0.1 per unit. Its value is 0.1 per unit. Got it? Done? So far we have concentrated on problems on Y-bus matrix. Thank you for joining, guys.
Is my voice audible for you now?
Yes, sir.
Since I'm already running late on the syllabus, I have decided to take an extra class for you, and it will be from 10:45 to 11:45. Okay. ఈరోజు SLS క్లాస్ నేను తీసుకుంటున్నాను. సో SLS క్లాస్ ఎప్పుడు 3rd hour కదా? CR, are you there?
Yes, sir.
సో 2nd hour నేను తీసుకుంటాను, 3rd hour ప్రవీణ్ సార్ తీసుకుంటారు. ఓకేనా?
Okay, sir.
Right. So I hope you will be joining back at 10:45 sharp. Okay.
Yes,
Right. We will do some more problems and we will move on to the numerical methods today. Thank you for joining. We'll be back in 10 or 15 minutes. If you do have any queries, you can ask me, or else you can come back in 10 minutes.